Today we will be focusing on the appropriateness of the title of the story, Footprints Without Feet. The story is revolving around the scientist Griffin, who after many unsuccessful experiments was successful to make himself invisible after he decided to utilize the drug upon him in order to misuse it and not for social benefits. He started to misuse his discovery by doing unnecessary things like harming people, stealing stuffs, etc. Ultimately, we can say he had presented himself as a lawless person. One important thing lies here is that whenever he wears his clothes, he becomes visible and without it invisible. It was winter at that particular time when he planned to implement his plans practically and was unable to bear the cold winds. Thus, somehow made possible to manage some clothes by illegally getting into a store, but was caught by the assistants the next morning. Then, in order to protect himself, he opened up his clothes and became invisible. After some time, he was finally able to escape from the situation. An interesting thing about his invisible nature is that his footprints are visible only when he stepped in some mud. Later, he decided to move into a village named Iping. By dressing himself without feet, he had illegally taken from a theatrical company. After a few days, when he was left with no money to pay in the inn where he was staying, he decided to create nuisance to the clergyman and his wife by stealing the housekeeping money. After some time on that particular day when Mrs. Hall and her husband entered Griffin's room, suddenly both of them were attacked by the furniture being flung at them. But they could not see who was doing this. They were surprised to see all those mysterious happenings and thought it would be the workings of some spirits with the presence of the guest with uncommon appearance. The constable was called to investigate, and Griffin at that time decided to throw his dress and thus became invisible and making them unable to catch him. Therefore, we can say that the title is appropriate as it is highlighting the imprints of Griffin's feet whenever he was in a hurry to protect himself and used to run away by opening his clothes and making himself invisible, as the fact was that he can be felt or touched but was not visible. It is for this reason sometimes his footprints were visible, which were with his invisible feet. So here it comes to an end. Thank you.